All right, well, it's Sunday. It's already like 4:30. Didn't get started till 4 yesterday, so I guess we're on par. Time flies when you're decking off. But tractor's full. It took right at 24 gallons of fuel. Tractor data says that it takes 5 gallons an hour full load. So that's right at, 5 hours worth of running, 24 gallons. 25 divided by 5 is 5 gallons an hour. Not bad. Pretty satisfied with it. Got to grease the disc still. I will not bore you with that. Just gonna, I guess, see what this thing starts up after, she's really broken in. Now, I did not change any of the fluids. I checked the hydraulic fluid. It still looked clean and good. I actually had to change that filter I just told you in the previous video. I had to change that filter twice because the gasket leaked. And it was a Napa filter, Wix brand, but it was, I got it from Napa. It's kind of a little bit different gasket than you would get from the dealer. It was more of a paper felt than like a thicker gasket. I don't know. But so anyways, they warrantied it out and just warrantied the whole filter. You lose a couple gallons when you change those filters because they're on the bottom side of the transmission. You're always going to lose some. So, I changed it twice. It means I lost at least 5 gallons, and I topped it back up with that Napa premium hydraulic fluid I was telling you about. And it still is actually, it's a little bit overfull and still as clean as a whistle, whatever. Now, engine oil, I checked it, and it actually looks cleaner than before we went disking. Probably attributed to the better oil filter, I would say. So I'm officially a firm believer in that. Because I was expecting it to be black and not black, but I was expecting it to have some of the gray color that you will get with a new engine. You always get a little bit of the anti-wear, anti-scuffing coatings on the bearings and stuff like that. You always get that in your oil on first oil change. It did use about 3/4 of a quart to be expected. 5 hours basically wide open. It was about 3/4. On a new engine, yeah, plus I showed you it was smoking a little bit. Hopefully that doesn't increase, but enough for me yammering. I guess let's get a hot start, cold hot start, a warm start, because it's not been ran today, but it's like 80 degrees. So now we must install the key that my youngest decided to pull out of there. Lights come on, full of fuel, obviously cold, but it's warm out. Not going to choke it yet. Before, you didn't have to choke this tractor. Well then. Little choke. Yeah, it also would have helped if I would have been paying attention. The throttle was wide open. And the reason for that is I moved this out of the way so I could set a gas can right here and fill it up. No big deal though. It's running. It's actually, well, it's not warm yet, but it's not smoking like it was when I was done yesterday. So that's good. Yeah, that oil light. That's just the MCB getting weak. That's all it is. Sucks, but gotta do what you gotta do. Make sure my parking brake's on. Okay, because my son was messing with that too. Let's raise this disc up. Alright, and I will grease it. Now I always raise them up because as I'm greasing it, I will kick it and spin it to make sure the grease gets all the way around the bearings, if that makes any sense. But let me get that done and weigh it in the field. Well, that'll shut her down. Lost the dang belt. I guess I'm glad I caught it in time. I don't know where it happened. Just chunking up the dirt before it rains. It couldn't have happened too long ago. Within a minute for sure. But yeah, it's actually Monday. Because yesterday we went out to Chinese. As soon as I went to get started, my wife was like, "Hey honey, remember you made this promise?" Yes, baby, I know. And you got to make time for family. kind of only walking back here to look for coolant, I guess. I mean, I'll be able to tell better in the rain, but as soon as that water pump stopped working, she pegged to hot, which is to be expected. I just can't believe I heard something just kind of snap or pop, and yeah, that was all she wrote for that. Oh well. I don't know if you can see it up there, but there's the building. Yeah, you can't see that either. But I was just turning around, and I did notice, like, my lights got dim all of a sudden. Didn't think much of it. Turned around, got back heading up the hill, and that's when I looked down and the amp light was on, and then so I guess it's that far to overheat under full load without a water pump pulley. Well, at least the part number survived. I honestly was going to replace this when I did the engine job, but I thought, oh, it's a CNHI belt, CNH. I guess that should have been my first indicator because it's before there was the I. It does put some age on it, but looks like it's all there. And I do have some spare belts. Not fixing it tonight, but she's going to have to cool down, and there's more of it. Yeah, we gave it her all. I mean, I did probably 30 acres or so. It's a 44-acre field. I probably did more than that. My grain bin's right over there. There's the that light is the renter's house. I am a landlord, like I said. That was so that's how close I was to being done. But oh well, she got a coolant bath. But at least it's not a long walk back. I know you can't see anything, but yeah, two things happened tonight that was fortunate at this end of the field. One, my wife lost her keys, and I had to go pick up my son from baseball. He had a baseball game. Luckily, I was literally at the end of the pass, down by the other end of the barn, when she called me. And then the Donahue's still here, all spread out. Need to put that back on its axles. But yeah, the combine resting. He's watching for entertainment. But yeah, and then, well, I literally turned, like I said, I got up against this building. It's hard to see. It's a dark building. It's dark outside. But I'm like basically right here in line. Oh no, you can't see nothing. Let me turn the torch. Oh, the torch is on. Yep, you're screwed. But basically that direction over this pile of scrap, that's where the field starts. So I was right up against the building, and I heard something. I thought it was just maybe a rock or something. But I had the lights on the building, because I was basically pulling up to the back of the building to turn around. And then that's when I saw them go dim. So, am I sad that it overheated my brand new engine? Yes. But I believe in it. I mean, I've put, I don't know, 10 hours worth of hard disking on it. Actually 9, I think 9 hours. But, oh well. The part that really sucks, oh, I forgot. Hang on. The part that really sucks is you have to take the water pump belt off to, the fan belt off to replace the alternator water pump belt. And that is a little bit different of a job. Unless I can maybe figure out how to roll it underneath of it, but probably not. And then I just noticed I should have looked harder, because usually if you have 2 points, you can put the belt back together to get the length. But I'm pretty confident that I'm missing a piece. I don't know. Whatever. I'll look up the length, what it's supposed to be. I've got 3 belts here. Would have been nice to just be like, oh yeah, this one will fit. It looks close. This one looks too big. The other one looks too small. I can get my third hand out there. Okay, well. Yeah, that one I would say is definitely too big. Hold on. Ew. That one's not going on there for sure. But I got the, I just thought like, okay, well, 39 5/8, 49 5/8. I'm going to go set up my nice fancy desk and look at the manual and see if it tells me the length. And I think these other ones are all B belts. B, you have an A belt, a B belt, and probably something this wide, but a single would be a C belt if anybody cares. Let's go get out the manual. We cleaned. Look, you can see the floor there. Parts. New clock needs hung up. Parts catalog. Dropping electrical outlets. Let's bust into her. 706 and 2706 tractors. All the revisions. I think we'll be in section C is carbureted engines. It's probably where it's at. Yeah, carbureted engine C. Been here a lot. C. Oh, look at that, flipped right to her. So this belt is still on there, as just only runs the fan. Then you can, well, you can't see. The crank pulley is a double and it runs the alternator right here, water pump right here, crank. Item 12 is what we busted. So let's see if item 12 tells us what it is. Here's item 12. Water pump and generator, water pump and alternator. 4/5, what? Will work for what? Well, I have a generator. Alternator generator or alternator? Tractors with alternator generator. Will work for 3, and that's not even the, so the one I need doesn't tell me the length. Sometimes it does, like it'll tell you bolt sizes and things like that. But I was hoping it would. It'll tell you bearing sizes and things sometimes. But the part I need is 332562R1. And I guess we'll Google search that. You know, it's crazy because I didn't even know that 706s came with alternators. Like, I thought that was up into like 986, 1066 square hood tractors, not these older ones. But obviously, I've said before, I get no cell service in here. It's quarter till midnight. I worked all day. Got to meet with an Amish guy tomorrow about possibly putting calves in my barn. Maybe excited about that. And then work again, and then watch it rain on my uncompleted field. I just wanted to knock the weeds down, get one course pass, get everything busted up. Like I said, I think it's the 30th or 29th. It's Monday. After, you know, like the 27th, 28th. I think it's the 29th. But, yeah, so quick one. I guess I'll tack this at the end of what was supposed to be the first video, whatever. But if you watched to the end, I appreciate it. If you like what you see, give me the thumbs up. And if you don't mind, come on back. We'll see you next time.